following is a paid program. Talk 103.7 WTIP and Cable Channel 7 welcome you into Financially Speaking with Jim Taunton. Find us live on radio, TV, the IPX Media app, and on YouTube. Just search Financially Speaking NC or get the link at WTIPFM.com. The opinions expressed in this show are for general informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine what investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Genoa Wealth Management Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Now, here's your host for Financially Speaking, certified financial advisor, Jim Taunton.
Hello and welcome to Financially Speaking, and I say that to our thousands upon thousands of listeners and viewers in the audience there. Kidding, really. And this is Jim Taunton with Jameson Taunton. If you're watching on YouTube or the Facebook, you can see there's two of us here tonight, and will be for the duration. But on radio, you wouldn't know that. No callers today. We are actually pre-recording the program at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And therefore, I've got some sunlight coming in my window there. You probably see me lit up a little better than normal. So no call. If you call, when the program airs on radio at 6, Philip may be there to answer the call, but I don't know if he'd be able to answer your question. So save your question until next week. But we need to go to a break, and we'll do that. Excuse me. I've got a cold. I haven't been sick in ages, but I've got a cold today, of course, of all days. We're taping the show. So don't call. Go to a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with some good information for you after that.
Aiden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates, low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Aiden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Aiden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
Welcome back to Financially Speaking. Jim Taunton and Jameson Taunton here with you. And again, don't call the program tonight. Unusual night. We're actually pre-recording the program at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to replay on radio. And actually, we're live on YouTube and Facebook at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you can always go to Facebook or YouTube and watch a program that you've missed. The first thing I wanted to talk about for just a few minutes was Iran. And then we're going to do something that Jameson I thought was brilliant. And we're going to run through our webpage a little bit and tell you what's there and the kind of information. Now, I've always told you that if you go to the website, to contact us. You can find out probably more than you want to know on the website, and it is true. It's just full of information. But Iran, that is the headline these days, and the market is down precipitously today. The Dow, let me see. No, I'll check it. You know, that's one thing about doing the program in the afternoon. We got real-time numbers. Presently, the Dow is down a little over 1,000. That ain't good, but it's certainly not the end of the world. 1,000 down in the Dow is not what it used to be. Now that we are up, in the 40,000s, percentage-wise, it's not nearly as big a deal. But I think that investors are knee-jerk reacting, as they usually do, to news and current events, geopolitical upheaval. And there's really no need for it. Although Iran creates a lot of headlines and they create a lot of tension, they are on the big stage of global economics. They are small potatoes. Well, wait a minute, Jim. It's a huge country. It is. Land mass is large. But let me tell you something. Let me give you a number. Now, if you had contacted us and been put on the list to receive our email, blast emails, you would know this already because we sent an email out this week, actually, that had this number in it. So you would already know what I'm going to tell you. But Iran is all of 0.38% of global GDP. Think about that. 0.38% of global GDP. That's pretty rinky-dink. That's down there near about number 50 countries, country-wise. The United States is close to 25% of global GDP. 25% GDP, 0.38% of GDP. Folks, our military could make an oil slick out of Iran, and the world would hardly be able to tell a difference economically. Now, they do produce quite a bit of oil, and we do need the oil, no question about that. But as far as the financial benefit from Iran, it's non-existent. They're much more important in the terrorism arena than they are in the economic arena. So I just wouldn't get too bent out of shape about what's going on with Iran. So there you have that. All right. Again, Jameson had suggested we kind of go through the website, and I'm going to let him start. This cold makes me sound terrible. I know you don't want to listen to somebody that's all nasally, stuffed up. So Jameson can start, and I'll jump in when I can.
Kind of a little prelude to what we're going to go through. When we meet with clients, kind of one of the first things we do, especially because it's one of the first times we're meeting. So whether they did any kind of research on us, what we do, a lot of times it's the first time we're seeing them. We may have spoken on the phone a little bit, but they're getting to know us just like we're getting to know them and their situation. But even before that, so let's back up. Everyone at some point gets to an area where they start to think, my finances are becoming a bigger and bigger part of my life. There's a little more to it. I'm kind of struggling with keeping up with things. I need some help. So they start thinking, okay, who's the best person to go to help with this? And kind of one of the first things that pop in their mind is a financial advisor. Well, when you think of a financial advisor, it's kind of an all-encompassing term. Financial advisors, financial includes so many different things: investing, taxes, So a lot of different people to see. So financial advisors can include us, financial planners, investment advisors. They can include CPAs. They can include attorneys in some form or fashion. But what we specifically deal with is financial planning and advising in the investment arena. So while a financial advisor can make you think of a lot of different things, we specifically handle one avenue. So when clients come in, we take them to our website just to kind of introduce ourselves, give them an overview of what we do, who we are, because one of the main things we want to do is build a relationship, because anybody can make recommendations, can, not get personal with what they do, but, we like to build a relationship. It's a little bit more than just crunching numbers for us. So if it's okay with you, I think we'll just pull up the website and go through it and kind of how we do it with clients. Sound good?
Do that.
All
Yeah.
right. So for those of you who may not know, and you've heard it many a time on here, our website is www.jtauntonfinancial.com. So that's jtauntonfinancial.com. First thing you see is our beautiful mugs there. So my dad has been in the industry a lot longer than I have. And my mom, his wife, is actually our office administrator, and she has been in it almost as long as him. So she's kind of the engine that runs everything, and certainly couldn't do it without her.
She's the boss. She's the boss.
Yeah, the real boss. But you also see another advisor that works with us there. So, we have a good team, and I've really enjoyed it. I've been here for about 14 years. So everybody always asks, well, how do you like working with your dad and your mom? And, no big deal. So I really enjoy it. But, one of the pages that we pull up just tells a little bit about us. So you can kind of learn kind of the things that we went through to get to where we are. Just helps us build a good relationship. So I'll tell a little bit about myself, and I'll let my dad tell a little bit about him and his accreditations, and we'll go from there. I graduated from ECU back in 2009 and with economics degree, and started in banking, and was in banking for about 3 years. And I got into some insurance as well. And, I always wanted to become a financial advisor. I tell everybody my senior project in high school was creating a financial plan, which I was probably the first person to ever have that as their senior project, and probably will be the last. But, it's something I've always dreamt of doing, growing up, seeing what it can do for your family. And I really enjoy helping people in that arena. But to do that, I went and got my Series 7, Series 63, and Series 65 designations, which just allow me to handle financial products, open those accounts, including advisory accounts, which is kind of just a step above. But have really enjoyed it so far. So, and obviously my dad has not only more experience, but some more accreditations. You'll see the 9 letters on the back of his name. And I'll let him tell you a little bit about what those are, what those mean, and what it took to get those.
Yeah, the Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, Chartered Financial Consultant designations took 20 different subjects, 20 exams, and then the CFP has a special 2-day board exam you have to pass, similar to, I guess, what accountants have to go through for the CPA. And I just tell clients that the combination of all 3 of those is equivalent to a doctorate in what we do. And it's really more, though, for other professionals. When other professionals want to work with another professional for a client, with a client, they want someone that, has some designations, I believe, in most cases. So that's what that's all about. But no more designations for me, though. I'm done with designations. Got all I need. But I believe Jameson's in the throes of acquiring a couple of designations, and we'll see how that comes out. So that's it for the designations. But I've been in the business since in financial services since '79, and when I first started, it was majority insurance, life insurance, and then it just evolved over time. I got more securities designations and what have you, and now we can pretty much do any and all things.
Yeah, and the two that I'm actually working on is certified fund specialist and certified annuity specialist, and just gives me more training and education on specific products and situations that we come up with helping clients. And our continuing education is ongoing and never ending, so it's just one thing after another, but that's part of the biz.
Yeah.
So probably the next thing that we discuss with clients and showing them on our website are all the things that we do. We tell them that we are independent advisors and agents, which just means that along with being a fiduciary, which just means that all the decisions that we make are for our clients. There aren't any other considerations with companies, with anybody over our head, with anybody whispering in our ear. We are not employees of anybody. We get paid on 1099. So all the decisions that we make are for our clients and for their best interest only. But that includes and is not limited to investing. Probably one of the main things that we do. Because of the designations and licenses we have, we are able to participate in any and all investment vehicles with any and all companies. So we look at, in the insurance arena, we look at dozens and dozens of companies just to find the best one for our clients. In the investment arena, we get to know, whether it be different companies, different products, different investment options, we get to learn the ins and outs, and really helps us make the best decisions. So we're not limited to what we can choose. So stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, different account types, IRAs, non-qualified. So any and everything that you're going to need to reach your goals as far as investment wise and financially, we can do.
One thing, Jameson, that prospective clients like to know about us, and I think it gives them less anxiety, is the fact that we're what's called independent planner advisors. Simply means we don't answer to a company. We answer to clients. We work for them. We're paid on a 1099, not a W-2. So there's not a company that pays us a salary or buys us an office or provides a secretary, anything like that, or benefits. We don't get any of that. We do everything ourselves. The building we're in is ours. We own it. So it allows us to have complete autonomy when we're making recommendations, and clients usually appreciate that.
Definitely. Kind of allows us to, really get down to the nitty gritty and look at every angle when determining what's best for a client. We're not handcuffed by anything. One of the other things that we're able to do is, besides the investment arena, is the insurance arena, whether it be life, long-term care, disability. Because we're independent agents, we're not linked to one specific firm. We can quote as many as we want just to find out which one works the best. And, the insurance is becoming a bigger and bigger piece of the bigger financial picture and the financial plans that we work with to put together for clients. So, and that kind of leads me into one of the things that sets us apart. We're not just a financial advisor, stockbroker type where we're just taking orders and carrying those out for clients. We are full-on financial planners, which is, I think, for both of us, one of the favorite parts of the job, where we get to compile information and get to work and put a plan together for a client to help them reach their goals, not just with investing, but with everything that they have going on financially. And we get to educate them along the way as far as, why we recommend certain things, what things can we do to help their situation, whatever the case may be. So But planning in a lot of different avenues, financial planning, retirement planning, estate planning in some situations. Not everybody, has enough going on to where we need estate planning. So it's definitely something that we enjoy doing, if you would agree.
Yes. It's what gets my juices flowing. I love handling money for clients, but really helping clients achieve goals, accomplish objectives, and see the light bulb come on after they come in and they think that, they're way behind the eight ball and not going to be able to do what they want to do. And then we do a plan, and lo and behold, they're in much better shape usually than they think. So I enjoy planning. I do.
Yeah, well, we have to have, difficult conversations at times. More times than not, we're able to relieve some anxiety just with discussions, with working through it with clients. We're not the type where, hey, you bring us information and you go away for a while. No, we work with you. One of the analogies that we like to use when clients come in, we say, hey, look, you or both of you are the owners of the team. You're the one that ultimately makes all the decisions, but you're coming here to hire us as a general manager. You entrust the general manager to make decisions as far as selecting coaches and players and kind of handling all the day-to-day. So we're going to make those decisions. If some of those coaches and players, which is like the investments or the money managers, if they're not performing the way we want them to, we can fire them and hire others. But ultimately, if you as the owner are not happy, you can fire us as the general manager. So I think that gives them not only a sense of, okay, I'm not just handing my life over to you, but you're actually going to work with me. I think that makes them feel a lot more at ease. Let's see. So probably the next thing that we like to go through are kind of some statistics that help back up why they should trust and can trust us to help them. So as an office, we handle nearly 290 million plus for our clients. So, like my dad likes to say, for big city in Texas, California, and New York, it might seem like small potatoes, but for an advisor in Eastern North Carolina, helping clients locally, that's a pretty good chunk. And we wholeheartedly appreciate all of our clients that come in and trust us to help them more than they certainly know. We have approximately 1,000 or so different clients in different areas. Every one of them is different. So we have, the young guys, young people just starting out that are investing, $50 a month, and all the way up until some multi-million-dollar clients. So everyone is different. Everyone in between has their different things that we need to do. So we don't turn anybody away. We appreciate working with everybody and the courage that they have to come in and deal with us. I have not been a part of all these, but our office has handled money through 6 bear markets and 6 recessions, which just goes to show that not much surprises us. We've seen the ups, we've seen the downs. So we feel like we're able to navigate any and every environment that the market goes through and the economy goes through. We're not caught off guard by much. So we hope that instills some confidence in prospective clients. And we have almost 80 years combined between the two of us and the other advisor that we have. So, not just one, but 3 heads are better than one. We work together on a lot of things. We work together separately on things. So it's kind of nice to have people to bounce ideas off of.
Yep. And let's just give the people the website address, because I don't think we did that. But if you want to get on the website and look for yourself, it is www.jtauntonfinancial.com. Letter J, Last name is Taunton, financial.com. And the other thing I'll mention that's on the website, it may be important to some. You have a link you can click to go to the broker check, which is FINRA, the regulatory agency's site, where you can check any advisor and determine if they've ever had any complaints or findings against them in their career. It even shows you the history of their career, what broker dealers they've dealt with over the past and what have you. I can say that we're absolutely clean. We have no complaints, official complaints filed. We have certainly no findings at all. Unusual in our business. Every national meeting I went to over the course of my career, compliance would say it doesn't matter how good a job you do, at some point somebody is going to be disappointed or get mad with you, and they will file a complaint. Well, we just haven't had it. I'm 68, started when I was, 1979, so 46 years ago. We'll see. Hopefully we'll make it with an unblemished record. That would be nice. Philip, because we're pre-recording, I don't have an idea of the time left in the program. Can you tell me how much time we have left?
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
Well,
okay.
I've got one more thing, which kind of plays off of what you were saying as far as broker check. I was going to tell everyone out there, whether you currently have an advisor, they're doing a great job, you're really enjoying them, but you're thinking maybe you'd like to make a change, or if you're someone out there that is thinking, it's about time I get an advisor, there are certainly some things that you could do to prepare for that. One thing we recommend is talk to different people, see kind of the feel that you get. You want to interview different advisors just to kind of gauge the differences, because you don't want to go with one, feel pressured into being with the first person you see, and then you're always wondering, well, maybe I should have gone with somebody different. So talk to a lot of different people. Find an advisor that is willing to work with you and teach you, not just sell you on things and take orders and that kind of be the only thing that you do together. Check out their qualifications, go have a conversation with them, check to see how knowledgeable they are on different things. And then kind of get an idea if the things that you believe for your life and your future, just see if they align with what they think. So, it's an important step, and a person that's going to be important in your life and your future. So you want to make sure that things go well. And that kind of reminds me of the conversation we had with a client this week. They currently have an advisor, but they said whenever they call this advisor and ask him to do things, he doesn't do it. He tries to convince them to do other things, and he'll kind of work around to maybe come back to what they want to do, but he'll try his best to do something different. And that just rubbed them the wrong way, because they want to be able to call in and say, hey, can you do this for me? And be able to rely on them to do it. So have some conversations. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger one way or another, and just be comfortable, because it's a big decision. And I can speak for myself, and I think I speak for my dad in saying that we would love to have an opportunity to sit down with you and help you in any way we can, whether it be a second opinion, whatever you may need. So check out the website, jtauntonfinancial.com.
In the interest of full disclosure, since about year 2000 or so, all we've worked with are referrals from existing clients or off the radio program. So it allows you to be a lot less anxious about the situation. I've got music in my ear, Jameson. I believe you do too. That means we've run out of time. So as always, and next week we'll hopefully be live at 6 o'clock. You can call in with a question. But as always, we love helping you make all of your financial decisions good ones. Good night, everyone.
Good night.